Welcome back to another watch review, and this one's a little different from me because I'm checking out something that is very, very premium. It's a high-end smartwatch from Porsche Designs, the Huawei GT2. It's not the normal GT2 watch. No, this one, being the Porsche design, has premium materials in it. So we have sapphire glass on the screen with this. It has a 1.39-inch AMOLED display. It has a titanium frame around the outside and a titanium strap. Ceramic on the rear with some sapphire too for the heart rate sensor glass on this. So yes, it does have full-time heart rate monitoring, stress monitoring, sleep monitoring, GPS, 50-meter water resistant. It covers pretty much what most people would want in a smartwatch with some very, very good battery life. This one is excellent. It can go for most people for about 2 weeks, depending on how much you use the GPS, of course. Now, small disclaimer here that this watch is not mine. It's a loan unit that was sent out to me from Huawei in exchange for the review you're watching right here. So the watch comes in this plain black box with Porsche design on the lid, very nicely presented. And in this little pouch right here on the side, we have the accessories, which I will show you now. I've already pulled them out. So we do get a silicone strap, which is great if you didn't want to get the titanium strap dirty. If you were going to be, for example, going for a run, you didn't want to get dirt in it, or you're going mountain biking or something. So it's good to have this option. So we have a wireless charging base. Now you just use your phone's charger to charge this particular watch, and it will take approximately 1.5 hours. And we get a black Type-C to Type-A cable right here. A little bit of paperwork too as well, a warranty card and a quick start guide as well. So looking at our build here of the Porsche design Huawei Watch GT2, it is top, super top end, absolute premium build. So we have a titanium frame around the outside, sapphire glass over the 1.39-inch AMOLED screen. This has a maximum peak brightness that I'm measuring of just over 300 nits. It can be made out in direct sunlight without any problem at all. The buttons here on the sides, we have the power on button, and the bottom button can be assigned to whatever you want it to, but it is by default set up for our workout modes to track all of them. So the screen, the touch input on the screen is very, very good. And we have the different watch faces as well, including some exclusive ones just for the Porsche design watch here that we have. So by default, we get this one, where is it? Right here, racing, okay. Very minimalistic, but it's an exclusive one for this particular lineup here. So the watch strap, this is made out of titanium, really, really good build quality as you'd expect for the price tag of this particular watch being, well, almost 3 times more than the standard watch GT. And you do notice this, the finish is impeccable on this. So titanium strap, really good, very, very strong, and it's lightweight as well, this particular watch. I've just put up there on the top the weight, so you can see what it is. And the way this clips in is very, very nice too, very easy to do. This goes in like that. And the removable straps. Now, one thing they have with the links on this, I'll just quickly show you. So the strap's easy to take off. All right, and we have the links right here that we are able to individually remove these to get our perfect fit on your wrist there. You don't have to take it into a jeweler like you would with other watches where they have to do that for you to get it to fit your wrist, not with this particular watch. So on the underside right here, we have ceramic, okay, and there's some torque screws, 4 of them there to hold the backing plate on. It does have 50 meters of water resistance. This is powered by the Kirin A1, and we have our optical heart rate sensor right in here, and there is ceramic. Just this middle glass here is ceramic on the outside, sorry, with sapphire right here in the middle with the sapphire glass on the top. So on the side here, we have our loudspeaker. It's very loud, and you can handle calls with this because we do have a microphone right here. So just a perfect build quality to this one. Very, very high end, as you'd expect for the, well, the high end price tag that this watch has. So this watch is very comfortable on my wrist, no problems at all wearing it. I haven't had any irritations from this strap. And when I flick my wrist here, the screen will come on automatically. So as I mentioned before, we've got the different watch faces. So there are some default ones that are already there, and you can download just a huge amount more. And I'll show you that later on in this in-depth review when I get into the application. So the menu's straightforward. If you have the Watch GT or the Magic Watch 2, it's exactly the same. And it does have the 4 gigabytes of storage on this. It's very fluid and very smooth too, this watch. And I haven't had any problems with the touch response. So we've got our workout results right there. I haven't been for a workout today. Music that can be played. So there's already one track on there that they've loaded in, but you can load this in yourself too, so you can play a few songs and whatnot. And the output from the loudspeaker is quite good. Very loud, this one. And I'll just try and stop that now because otherwise I get a copyright issue from YouTube. All right, so you can control that up and down. I just swipe from the side to get out of that. I need to pause it too. We've got a weather too that comes through from the application. So with our connection, it's going to pull that through and you can go through and see the weather results there. Stress is being measured. We have my heart rate here being measured too at the moment. So it's continual heart rate monitoring that this does support. Now the workout modes, if you tap the lower button, by default, this will go into our workouts. Here you can see we've got so many in here. Now there's in total over, I think it is 100 different workouts that you can configure and you can add more to this. So you've got indoor cycling, outdoors, running, and through the application, they have different training modes as well for all the running courses you've got. And there's just a huge amount you can see in there. And it just goes on and on and on. Custom, so you can make up ones as well. And then with the application, you can sort them out in the order and add more to it, which is good. So just get out of that, go back to the main menu here with our settings. So we have find the phone, torch, alarm. You can set that up pretty self-explanatory. Stopwatch, the weather, notifications, they all come through. And with the app, I'll show you how you can set that up too as well. So I get all the application notifications that I want. So SMS, WhatsApp, and missed calls and things like that. Air pressure, there is an air pressure sensor on this. Remote shutter, that can be used too. So if you set up, say, your phone with a tripod, you can control that and do a remote shutter on that, which is handy if you needed that feature. Music, contacts, call log, breathing exercises, the stress and the sleep monitorings on there, activity records, and our oxygen saturation level too can be monitored with this too. It does take a little while, so I won't show you that right now because once you do measure it, it will sometimes take about a minute or so for it to work. Okay, the measuring time is quite slow. You can see the little bar going, telling me to keep still. But yes, it does work well, and it will take, about a minute or so for that. So go back into those settings there, heart rate monitor, workout status, workout records, and workout there. So there's a lot of different features built into this watch. And of course, it can handle voice calls with that mic and the loudspeaker. And I do find it's very handy, especially if you have a big phone that's in your pocket or in your bag or whatever. You can still handle all those calls through the watch. It's very handy to do that. But it's a loudspeaker, so you're going to lose some privacy if you are around other people. And here is the heart rate reader 2 in action. It seems to be quite accurate. Oh, so it's timed out there, the screen. So we can also set with the screen to have it as an always on display, but you're going to get really about 80% less battery life. It really does drain it very, very quick and only get a couple of days instead of up to almost 2 weeks out of this. So 66 beats per minute there seems about right. And when I've been doing my workouts, which I'll show you later on in this video, getting my heart rate up to its peak of almost about 160 with certain training that I do, also seems to be fine there. I haven't noticed any issues with the heart rate accuracy with this watch. So now onto the GPS performance. I'll check out just how well does it perform. The loop that I normally do on my mountain bike is approximately 18 kilometers. So let's see if the GPS is going to be accurate and also the heart rate reader as well. So I'll show you that GPS tracking, and this is also the application, which is the health app it's called. So you don't need a Huawei phone in order to run this app at all. You can get it from the Google Play Store. This is the Mate 40 Pro here, of course, that I'm using because, well, it's a Huawei watch as well. So it made sense to use that. So you can see my workouts here, my sleep, weight, a lot of additional information that you can put into this application. You can see the distance, calories burned. That is today. This is a different ride I actually did from what I recorded before. And I will show you the results of that, which is this ride right here, 22 kilometers. Now, normal loop for me is about 18, but I did do an additional loop, and that is why it is 22. But the GPS accuracy is very, very good, and I'll show you why it is. Because when you zoom in, if you see any funny straight lines from going from one point to the other, and it doesn't follow the road correctly, then the GPS lost signal. And that happened on the last watch I just reviewed, a smartwatch called the Cospet Prime 2. Terrible GPS because at some point it just drew a straight line, like I'd crossed through all of this part here, which I didn't. So it went all around the coast perfectly. I looped back and went again and did another area, and that is why it's slightly different from my normal kind of run there, but really good. The tracking does seem to be spot on, and I've used the Magic Watch 2 a lot for this kind of thing that I'm doing here, mountain biking, and I've never had a problem with the GPS tracking. It is spot on, really, really good. So we've got the different charts here. You can break down my speeds there.
Of course, mountain biking, a lot of climbing that I did, so it was quite slow there. Chart there too with my heart rate. So I did push it quite hard on the climb, but my fitness is improving slightly because I'm riding more. So my maximum heart rate didn't actually get up to the 170 with it would normally. But recent rides, it's been around this area. So again, I do think that's quite accurate. You get details there as well too. Calories burnt, the elevation gain, total descent, average speed, average heart rate. Pretty straightforward there. So just get out of that. That's all of my training there being tracked. And today's results too, you can see calories burned and things. Heart rate, that's also been monitoring the whole time. And the battery life has been so good on this thing. I'm now into my 10th or 11th day and I still have, let's have a look on the watch. I still have, well, 28%, and I haven't been taking it easy on it at all. And that's a lot of GPS, so very, very good battery life. Sleep tracking as well. So last night wasn't so good. I woke up a few times. I do have young children, so that's kind of normal. That night's a little bit better. It rates you. So my score is 78 there. And of course, it's measuring my REM, phase of sleep, deep sleep, light sleep, times you wake up. It seems quite accurate there too as well. So exercise modes are all in here. So outdoor runs, you can also do their training plans if you want. That's part of the health app. Walking, cycling, and various different other modes. All those modes I showed you before that the watch has. Under device here, this is where you can customize, download more watch faces too for this. You can see that the Porsche Design GT2 connected there, the battery life, add your music via the app there, different applications as well. And I'll just show you quickly the watch faces. Depends on how my internet connection is here. And there's some of them, of course, are paid, but there are the free ones that you can go to. And very good watch faces there. There's a whole lot out there. And we have the exclusive ones, of course, the Porsche Design watch faces as well on this. So plenty to choose from. So it is a fully featured application. And for me, the battery life's been really good. The tracking is spot on. Heart rate monitoring as well. Sleep monitoring, stress monitoring, all there. Pretty much all-rounded watch if you don't, of course, need Android Wear.
All right, so to recap here, this watch has a fantastic battery life. I am now on day 11, I think it is now since I've had it, and I still have over 20% battery, and I can probably get another, maybe squeeze another 2 days out of it if I don't do any training or anything like that. So very, very good battery life. It's standing up to their claim of about 2 weeks for most people, and very heavy users. So if you do go for workouts, say twice a day, or you train for 2 hours every single day, then you won't be getting then over 10 days. You'll probably get more like a week with it, which is still amazing compared to so many of the other smartwatches out there that will only go for a couple of days and you have to charge them all of the time. That is really annoying. Handy features of this watch, having the microphone and the loudspeaker, means I am able to screen calls and answer calls very quickly from just the watch, which is very, very convenient. I've got a courier that's going to come and all they're doing is to ring me and see if I'm at home, and I can simply answer that call. They'll say, "Are you at home?" "Yes, I'm at home." "All right, I'll see you in 5 minutes." Great. That's all I need. I don't need to get my phone out of my pocket for that. And it's quite a handy feature to have there. So the screen is bright. It's got that over 300 ppi of sharpness. So the resolution is 450 by 450, 1.39-inch AMOLED screen on there. It's bright. I can still see it in direct sunlight. Heart rate monitoring seems very accurate to me. It's maybe only off from my heart rate monitors about 10 beats per minute on, say, some of the stats I'm getting, but it's more or less in line with a polar chest mount heart rate reader that I do have. It's not too far off that, and I think that's acceptable, maybe like that difference. 10 to 5 beats per minute. GPS looks very, very accurate. Never skipped a beat. I never missed any positions on the entire time I've done all the rides with this now, which is about 3 different rides I've done with this particular watch, and some of them up to 27 kilometers. Great, really, really good there. So the build quality, let's just talk about that again. It is absolutely top-end premium titanium straps, very easy to remove the little buckles from them to get your wrist size, and you don't need to take it to a jeweler. That's handy, of course. The ceramic glass, again, really, really premium. And being Porsche designed, yes, it does have that premium price tag to attach to it. So that is one of the cons. It's not going to be a watch for everyone, but what you pay for, you definitely get in terms of quality with this one. It just screams quality there. So if you're not into the spending that much, of course, you've got the normal watch GT2, which is not as premium high-end the materials, but it has more or less the same internals as this one, giving you similar battery life, similar tracking results and all that, and it's a cheaper alternative that is out there in the market, which is great. Now, what about the cons? Well, there's no NFC on this. which is sad. I would like to have an NFC on this. I think it's only the Asia market that has the NFC in these particular watches, like the Chinese market, the Chinese version, I think does. And then a very nitpicking minor thing too, that the voice prompt you get when training, it's great. So every kilometer I've got it set, it'll read out and tell me my average speed, my heart rate, and my distance. But a very minor nitpick is that the guy that talks on there, the voice, he will say, you have ridden 3 kilometer. But he doesn't say anything in plural. It's just a minor little bug. He doesn't say you have ridden 3 kilometers. So it's tiny. I know it's a tiny thing, but I just wanted to point it out. And then this, of course, is not an Android Wear. It's not running Wear OS. Okay, if you needed Wear OS, you want to download all those different applications and things for a Wear OS watch, then this doesn't have it. Okay, but you wouldn't get the amazing battery life either that this does have. So the Kirin A1, the chipset in this, very, very efficient, just giving us that amazing battery life. So there we go. That is the Porsche design, the Huawei Watch GT2, an absolute premium, high-end watch, great, amazing build quality and finish to it, but it comes at a cost, of course. So I do hope to see you back again with more up-and-coming reviews from me. Bye for now.